So honestly, not a question that I get all the time, but absolutely the most common question I get is, when I buy a machine, which machine should I get? Now, the first two machines that always pop up in people's minds are the TEC and the FACETRON. Both machines that are highly capable of cutting an amazing gemstone. And I will just go back to what I've always asserted, in that the machine never matters. But when you bring up the topic of which machine to buy, which machine is going to give you some of the best output, these two machines always come up. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk about both of them, and we're going to do a two-part comparison. The first part, we're actually going to listing the pros and cons of the esteemed TEC. Most commonly sought, is the best machine on the market. I'm going to list 5 things that I love about it and 5 things that I hate about it. And in the next video, we're going to take the FACETRON and list 5 things that I love about this, 5 things that I hate, and actually what I'm going to do is probably something a little out of the box, and I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to give you an answer that if I had to buy one machine, which machine would I pick and why? Now, this is all just personal preferences, but I speak from a point that I've cut on both machines for at least a year or more. I cut several years on the FACETRON. I cut a year or more on the TEC and the fantasy machine, and I'm going to take all those things into consideration and give you an answer, finally, once and for sure, that if I had to pick one and one only, which would it be? Now, if you'd like to see this content, if you'd like to actually see the comparison, or it's something that interests you, just drop a comment below and let me know. These kind of things, I think, kind of stir up the topic of just talking about cutting. There's nothing better than that. But again, I want to assure you that both of these machines are great, but it's hard to find, I think, reliable information. It seems like when everybody talks about a machine, they're either talking about a place of endearment of their own, or they act like they're being sponsored by these people in some way. And you can't, you get this relatively obscure idea that these machines are infallible. That's not true. Both have their quirks, both have the things they do well, and we're going to talk about both of them this week.